Behind so many of this city's walls, workers are making clothes. Garments that end up on our high streets thousands of miles away. But rarely do we see what's going on behind the factory gates in this place where cloth is king. We took our cameras secretly into a building we'd been told houses some of the worst sweatshops in Dhaka. They had good reason to try to keep the conditions out of sight. The deafening rattle of sewing machines, row after row, hundreds and hundreds of young workers, many appearing under 18, the legal age for work. Places like this don't supply British brands directly, but very often Bangladeshi manufacturers offload and subcontract their work from the West.
There are more than 1,000 workers in this one building. It's cramped, crowded, sweltering hot. And factory managers have told us they know the conditions here are illegal.
The industry claims it's clamping down, but appalling sweatshops are an entirely open secret. Even the president of the country's wealthy factory owners, himself the boss of 21,000 people, says as much.
Of course, it's very true that they can break the rules. But
so you
this is the
admit
time
that some
now.
factory owners think they can break the rules?
We are not police man, but we can say from our association or from government as well, please don't break the rules. If you break the rules, this kind of incidents will happen.
This is an industry worth billions of dollars. There are factory owners making a lot of money and paying workers hardly anything.
The retailer, they are making the money, but the factory is not that.
Only morsels of any money find their way here. This warren of slums, Begun Bari, is where garment workers live. After 6 days, often with 12 hours of work, this is where they spend what little rest they have. There is no running water, but rain drenches everything when it comes. Children growing up in a maze of ramshackle corrugated iron. Their homes are hardly buildings at all. The garment trade is an industry that's worth billions and billions of pounds. Yet the people who do the hard work have to live like this. 12-year-old Khalida left her parents in the countryside to make a living, but that's the minimum wage, £25 a month. You have seen cracks in the building where you were. She likes her job but is scared after the factory disaster. She saw cracks in the wall of her workplace but could never afford to leave. Bangladesh has 5,000 factories stitching clothes. They are not all like this. But how can you prevent the problems of the future if you ignore the desperate present? Laura Kunsberg, ITV News, Bangladesh.